Hello everyone, Michael O'Brien here, and today I'm going to be answering some of your questions. Welcome back everyone to another episode of Advice for Magicians, where of course the goal is to help you all to take your magic to the next level. My name is Michael O'Brien, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to take the time to answer some of your questions. I want to do some more of these Q&A things in the future, so please feel free to go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section if you guys have any questions on any of my videos, and I'll be more than happy to go ahead and respond to them. I'll leave a comment back responding to your questions, but I also want to try my best to do some more of these videos addressing some of your questions and also giving you guys some shout outs and all that, because a lot of you are constantly interacting with my content. You guys are constantly asking questions and stuff, so I would love to feature you on my channel, feature your question on my channel, and do my best to answer all of your questions that you guys have. So in today's video, I have a few different questions, but first I want to address this one here. Now, the person that left this comment is probably the politest variation of this question that I have gotten. I've had at least 3 or 4 other people ask me this too, and essentially the question is something along the lines of, how could you, take all of this awesome free content that you're putting out and then hide it behind a paywall, right? Like, what they're talking about is my membership program. For those of you who are not aware, this channel is sponsored by you guys. If you'd like to become a member, all you have to do is just click the join button just below the video here, and it's only $1 a month. You guys access a bunch of cool stuff. So what happened is people, like I said, just a few people have reached out to me telling me that they do not appreciate that I have started monetizing my channel and that you now have to pay to access my tutorials. So real quick, before we jump into the Q&A, I wanted to address this and dispel some of the rumors that you guys have. Some of you, I think, are under the impression that I had like 30 tutorials on my channel and then just from one day to the next decided to just monetize them and force you guys to pay a membership to get access, which just is not the case. Number one, there was maybe 7 or 8 tutorials that I was teaching, and they were tutorials from years ago that no one was even aware of anymore. No one was even buying anymore. So I decided to upload them for free to kind of, if no one was buying them from me, my thought process was at least I'll give them away for free, and maybe someone that's like, looking on YouTube for stuff will get some use out of them. And there was, like I said, 7 or 8 of these tutorials on my channel that I was giving away for free. Well, recently I decided that I wanted to monetize my channel and create this membership program, honestly, just to kind of justify all of the work and effort that I was putting into this channel, if only even to just pay myself back like minimum wage for the amount of time that I was and the amount of effort that I was putting into these videos. Just to kind of break it down, for those of you who don't know how much work running a YouTube channel is, on my channel I try to post at least 3 videos a week, and then usually a bonus video on the weekends. And that bonus video is usually like an update video or a magic tutorial video for my members or something. I want to try my best to get 4 videos out a week if possible. But every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, definitely videos are coming out on the channel. So let's just round it up and say 4 videos a week. Usually what I'll do is I'll sit right here in my studio and I will film for about 2 hours or so, the amount of time it takes to film the videos, set up my studio here, put my lights up, set up the backdrop, all that stuff. Usually takes me about 2 hours to film those 4 videos for the week. Then, after I've done that, what I have to do is I have to upload those videos into my editing software, edit them, export those videos, and then upload them to YouTube. And keep in mind, I'm actually uploading those videos to YouTube twice each, because one of them is a premiere for my non-members to, they can watch the videos and they go out, like I said, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then the other video is the instant access videos that I put in the early access playlist. And again, members have access to those. So I'm actually uploading each video 2 times. That takes, give or take, about an hour. And that's being generous, depending on how long the video is and how, you know, how much editing is required for the video. Let's just say it takes about an hour. It's more than that, but just for the sake of this, let's say it takes about an hour for one video. So that's 4 videos. We do the math on that. That's 4 hours. Now add in the other 2 hours that it took me to film everything, and that's about 8 hours a week that I'm spending just on making the videos and uploading them to YouTube. It doesn't even count any of the other stuff. That doesn't count the research that goes into it. That doesn't count the thumbnail that I have to create for the videos. That doesn't count me sitting there and thinking about what I'm gonna do and taking notes and all that stuff. That is just me filming the videos, editing them, and uploading them to YouTube. It takes about 8 hours. Now, 8 hours a week doesn't sound like a whole lot, but that's one whole day's worth of doing like work. That's like an 8-hour shift, right? 1 day a week. Now I'm already working 5 days a week at the magic shop. Not to mention, it's in Disneyland, and I live in San Bernardino, which for those of you who are not familiar, it's about a 2-hour drive to Disneyland in traffic. So I work my 8 hours, and then I drive for 3 hours, right? And then I get home, and then I do all this editing and stuff, and I'm up like all day trying to get these edits done and everything like that. So in order for me to justify that, I would like to at least make $15 an hour on the stuff that it takes for this channel. Now, for every member, the members are paying $1, right? It doesn't mean that I'm getting that $1 though. YouTube takes their cut. I actually only get about 60 cents from each member. So if you're paying $1, I see 60 cents of that. The other 40 cents goes to YouTube and advertising and whatever they use it for. So right now I currently have about 70 members, and I'm only making about $50 from those 70 or so members. Probably a little less than that. I want to say it's like $46, $47, something like that. So $47 a month to run this YouTube channel. If I told you you were going to make $47 a month to run a YouTube channel where you have to upload 16 videos, that's so much work and so much effort that needs to go into that. So some people, like I said, have kind of come at this from like a, wow, Michael is so greedy, and he is just like putting these these videos just so he can make like more money and, you know, charge money, like capitalism at its finest, or I don't know. Some people have this like weird thing in their mind. So let me tell you what's actually happening. What's actually happening is I am taking videos that I am selling on my website for $5, some are $10, some are $20, and I am putting them on my YouTube channel, and I'm putting them in the tutorials playlist, and I'm only charging $1 a month. So for the people that are thinking that I'm doing this out of greed, I just don't know what to say. Like, it's not even a greed thing. It is literally, I am doing my best to give as much as I can to the community, because I know a lot of people, they are like, oh Mike, I really wish that I could, you know, get my hands on the international lecture that you did with Matthew Garrett, but I just don't have $20. Guess what? It's $1 in the tutorials playlist. I'm also doing tutorials. I'm trying to do at least 2 a month that are exclusive only to my YouTube channel that I'm not selling anywhere else. So you have to be a member to watch those tutorials. But again, it's only $1 a month, right? So I have no hate for the person that posted this comment. This is probably the politest version of this comment that I've gotten, but I just wanted to address it. For those of you who are thinking that I am monetizing my videos because I am just so greedy and just want all this money, I am losing money on this deal by doing this. But I love the community, and I want to create a community here on YouTube. And so far, my members have been awesome. Even my non-members have been awesome. There are a lot of you that are not members, but you guys are constantly commenting and sharing and liking my videos, and I see you guys. I appreciate you just as much. But like I said, I have to do something to make it worth you know, all the time and effort that I'm putting into this, because otherwise I'm gonna have to put the YouTube channel on the back burner, doing less videos and doing more you know, work to make money, because at the end of the day we all have bills to pay and my gigs haven't completely come back yet. So that's my soapbox. That's my rant about the the paywall that I'm hiding behind on my YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and jump in now to some actual questions. All right, so this first question is from Hungry and Hungover. He says, what are your thoughts on gambling routines and how lay people react? All throughout COVID, I've been working on Jason England stuff, but perhaps only magicians and gamblers will appreciate it. Honestly, it depends. I have seen some really cool gambling routines that are super engaging. They show off the skill and the hustle of the magician, you know, like 3-card money or like dealing demonstrations, second dealing demonstrations, things like this. They can be super cool, but they could also be super boring if not presented properly. If you just say, here, I'm going to show you guys some kind of techniques that gamblers use. And now you have the 4 aces, you have the 4 kings, and I have a royal flush or whatever. You know, it's like you have to make it engaging and you have to make it fun. It's the same with anything. It's like saying, you know, are the linking rings engaging? Is cups and balls engaging? Is ambitious card engaging? Any of those tricks can be really engaging or they can be really boring. It all kind of just depends on your personality. Now, the other thing that I'll say is, what is your goal as a magician, or at least in this act? What is your goal for this act that you're trying to do? Are you trying to show off your technical skill? Are you trying to impress them as a magician and make the impossible happen? Gambling routines are typically a demonstration of skill. So I would put the gambling routine in your act in a segment where you want to contrast it with magic. You can say, okay, so we're going to take a minute right now and I'm going to show you guys how, you know, people cheat and use sleight of hand in, you know, cheating in cards. And when you're doing a gambling demo, you're kind of revealing that you're cheating, that you're palming cards, that you're, you know, keeping track in the deck of where cards are. But you can contrast that now later on in your act, and you can say, remember earlier all those things that I showed you? That's something that a hustler would do, something that a gambler would do. I want to show you now something impossible. And then you go on to do a magic trick, and you present it in such a way that you don't do anything. You just place the card into the middle of the deck, and now it's on the top of the deck again. So that's the difference between a gambling, you know, style routine and like a magic effect. How you present it is completely up to you. But definitely, I think you should go ahead and at least give it a try. Jason England has some incredible material. And if you are already working on that stuff, I recommend just, you know, practicing the crap out of it till you can do it perfectly every single time. And once you feel comfortable and all of these COVID restrictions have kind of lifted, go out into the real world and just test it for yourself. See how it plays. See how it plays in a vacuum, meaning just that one trick on its own. See how it plays as a smaller part of a larger act. Those are my pieces of advice when it comes to doing any kind of gambling demonstration. All right, next question comes from Sujit K. He says, what advice would you give for scripting mentalism tricks? Like, should I make it a comedy one or have a more serious tone to it? So typically mentalists overwhelmingly will have some kind of a serious spiritual kind of tone to their mentalism. However, it's not necessarily the rule. I have seen plenty of mentalism acts, even from one of the most popular mentalists in the world, Max Maven, and his mentalism is still kind of goofy and still kind of silly. He still does things that make you giggle, right? Another example of this is Cody Fisher. He has a corporate book test that he does, which he calls his comedy book test. At its heart, it's just a mind reading trick. He has someone think of a word in a book and he reads their mind and tells them what word they're thinking of. But he does such a good job of injecting comedy into it that it's a fun comedy piece. But again, it's a mentalism routine. Rob Zabrecki is another example of this. He is essentially a mentalist, but he's just so funny and so dry and so, you know, like his performance style is so unique. So my question, again, just like my question was for the gambling routine, is what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to entertain them by, you know, having them all be like laughing hysterically and like, oh my goodness, that was so funny and stuff like that? Or is your goal to have them leaving feeling like, oh my goodness, like I don't even know what just happened? Or maybe they're crying, like Derek Delgadio's show in and of itself, or people are in tears and weeping during the show. And a lot of what he's doing in that show is mentalism, or at the very least mental magic, where he's reading people's minds, making predictions, things like this. So you want to really think about, what it is do I want to do? Me personally, all of the mentalism pieces in my act all have some bit of nostalgia to them, but they're also kind of goofy and kind of silly. I do mentalism with Pokemon. I do mentalism with Nintendo trading cards and a Nintendo game console that's there. And I bust out like this NES, you know, Power Glove, and like I palm people's face and read their minds and stuff. So it's just like really funny stuff. So what is it that you want to do? What is your end game and overall, what is your personality? Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to be Max Maven. Don't try to be Rob Zabrecki. Try to be you. That's all that matters. You can 100% perform a mentalism piece and have it be goofy or be serious or be deep and emotional. It honestly all just depends on your personality. I've done a few different videos now on this channel teaching different thought experiments and different ways that you can kind of find your character and take your magic and make it unique to yourself, injecting the things that you absolutely love into your performance and stuff like that. So I recommend you check out those videos as well if you have not already done so. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. Last question for the day here comes from Brent Griffin, who says, I'd like to know the secret to your weight loss. You look incredible. That's not magic. That is hard work and self-discipline. First of all, Brent, thank you so much. What a lovely thing to say. I really appreciate that. I don't know if I've actually lost weight. I haven't gained a whole lot, which is saying something. I have this little goatee now, which kind of hides my double chin. Right? So maybe that's part of it. But I have been doing my best to stay as active as possible, considering the fact that we are stuck at home in COVID, and I haven't been going to the gym. I haven't been going outside and working out, and I have been eating a lot and trying my best not to drink so much soda. That's about where I am on that. But Brent, thank you so much for that comment. What a lovely comment. And I'm going to go ahead and end it there. If you guys have any questions for me, you're welcome to leave a question in the comment section on this video, or if you go to my community tab, I have a special Q&A post set up for you guys to ask your questions that you want featured in a video. That way they're not all spread out and I don't miss any questions, because sometimes people will post questions in different videos. I'll respond to it, and then when it comes time to make this video, I won't know where that question was. So if you guys would like me to do a question or answer one of your questions in a video, make sure that you guys visit the community tab and find the Q&A post and leave your question there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. More Q&A videos are planned for the future. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not already done so, please make sure to click the subscribe button and don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you guys will be alerted anytime I upload new videos. We're also going to be doing some really cool giveaways and some contests with prizes on this channel. If you would like a chance to enter and win a prize, please visit our community tab and check out our latest contest.